If you think of like someone in a constant state of survival on a raft in the middle of the ocean, and all of a sudden a big ship comes and finds them, and they get brought in, and all of a sudden they're being cared for, and then they're at a hospital, and this and that, and like they can actually sleep and be safe and whatever. But it's like, imagine like how exhausted they would be. Like if you just imagine someone who's been surviving on the from a war or the jungle or an ocean or some survival thing, and all of a sudden they're safe. All of a sudden, they realize that they're safe. They realize that they can sleep. They can start to put their defenses down. Could you imagine the exhaustion that they would have because they've been fighting for their life? Like, you would expect a survivalist of, something like that would be completely. Absolutely, we understand that because you've been surviving for so long. You had used all the energy for so long, and now you don't have to. Like, of course, you're gonna crash. You're gonna take a while to recoup. You have to re-nourish your body. You have to start from the bottom up. Like, you think of them as like they're famished. They can't even eat right away because just eating right away is gonna make them ill. Like, that's how famished they are. Like it's a slow process. You have to slowly introduce food and water, or it can literally kill you. Your electrolytes can go out of whack so fast that you can literally die. Like it's a slow process that you have to, they rest and slowly become nourished and like recoup. Like it's, months long. That's just their physical body, and then like their mental state of, but actually really feeling safe and the PTSD and all that. Like when you think of someone in survival mode in that way, you're like, okay, yeah, that would make sense. But we forget about people who are living in survival mode on a chronically, on a daily basis. You forget that it's the same. Like, yes, I might not be starving. Yes, I might not be, getting burned and stung by animals and bit and cut up and have wounds and infections and all that stuff. But my nervous system is acting as if I was. And so, like, yeah, you're gonna be exhausted after years and years of living in this constant state of survival, this constant scanning of your environment, that feeling of never being safe, never being okay. Like, that anxiety, those fears, those all that, like that's so much energy. And so now that I'm starting to understand this, makes sense why we'd have to almost go through this mini depression. Because it's like it looks like a depression because you're exhausted, you're tapped out. I can't do the things I used to do. You know, things aren't giving me joy like I used to because I'm just fried. And yeah, and I think I need to allow myself to live here for a little bit. I've been really beating myself up because I really want to take care of the house and this and that. And I think my biggest fear is that this is my normal state of self. Like that's what I'm really struggling with. And that's a big reason why I'm not really allowing myself to fully go through this cycle is because like I'm so fearful of this is like who I am. This is who I'm becoming. I'm always gonna be this lazy, fried, burnt out, emotionally incapable person. I don't know. And I think like I'm afraid that this is just my norm and not just a cycle. So I'm bucking it so bad. So like instead of like actually just allowing myself to crash and refuel, like I'm just constantly trying to force myself out of it via, you know, making myself feel bad enough to get the energy to do something, ignoring it, taking my meds to wake up, chugging caffeine, forcing myself to do what I can't do. Like all of that because I need to get things done and I'm afraid that the cycle is never going to end. And I need to just allow myself to actually crash hard enough to heal. Like I need to stop and slow down. I need to make life changes. I want to start caring for myself. I want to start sleeping. I need to make my sleep and my mental health and my physical health and everything, like my health, my a priority. Like no wonder why I'm exhausted. No wonder why I'm burned out. No wonder why I'm checked out. I'm exhausted. It's me taking care of myself. It's me leaving the state of constant fight, flight, or freeze means that I have to let go. I will, and I am, because I'm done feeling this way. And it's not going to be overnight, but it's gradual changes of just starting to have boundaries, healthy boundaries. I don't want to live in survival mode anymore. What do I have to do to not live in survival mode anymore? Time that I take care of myself. Because no one else will. And I can't take care of myself and no one else will, then I won't be able to take care of anyone. I can't be a good mom in survival mode. I can't be a good friend in survival mode. I can't be a good wife. I can't be a good nurse. I can't be good to anyone when I am living in survival mode. So what the F do I have to do to get out of this? That is what I want to start focusing on and doing what it takes to break free of this.